I think A Tale of Our Time is anything that people will know about it, but you don't have to understand a lot of it, but you can know from your friends or social media.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tales of Our Times. This is a show where we discuss the stories that move us, what makes them so meaningful, and why others could or should find meaning in them as well. This is not a spoiler-free show, so bear that in mind as you continue to listen. We tackle books, movies, podcasts, and more. Where there's a story, there is a reason to read or watch. In today's case, you could watch or read, actually, I guess. So, my name is Amanda Stevens. I'm your host, and joining me today is my good friend, Megan.
Hello.
Welcome, Megan.
Hi. My name is Megan, and I am 25 years old, and I met Amanda at the place I work.
Yeah.
It's a bar, and we do comedy shows and Chinese show and English show, everything. Like, if you want to watch a show, you can come to our bar.
And what we really started talking about was a show that you like.
I like it very much.
And my boyfriend really likes it. And so he had me watch a little bit of it, but I never finished it. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Because first is the story and the world building is not other animation at these days had.
Yeah.
Yes. And
it is really beautiful. We can't get it across through a podcast or a radio show, but the animation that they do, Mappa Studios,
yes, Mappa Studio,
amazing animation. But when we were talking about it, we decided that today, now Jujutsu Kaisen, some people may know, it's a manga, and an anime, and a movie.
Yes.
But the anime and the manga are really long.
Now the animation is just half of the story. It's very, very long because they had so many characters and they fight in different places. They have to be so many episodes to finish every battle, because every battle is they keep introducing different characters, different
like
special.
powers.
Like, so this season is like show up in a huge battle.
Yeah, to make it much easier. You suggested last night is the Jujutsu Kaisen movie. Yes. Luckily, it's just called Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. Because it is the story before the animation and the main story, and the main character even is different from the anime. Yeah. This is the information that maybe you don't need it,
but if you watch it, you will learn much more from it.
You get the details on all the characters you want to know about.
Yes. And you will know a more story from the people that is very powerful, because this movie had a 3 out of 4 the special
characters.
Yes.
Almost all of the like really big important people.
Yes.
So kind of like it explores how did we get here, maybe. Yeah. So before we get into it, some people out there, maybe they still haven't heard of Jujutsu Kaisen, but to make it easier for you, I thought I will give a short summary of not everything that happens in Jujutsu Kaisen, but like I'll tell you what the show is about. And then Megan will give us a summary of the movie.
Yes.
Okay, so let me tell you guys about Jujutsu Kaisen first. So Jujutsu Kaisen is a story, it's kind of like an urban fantasy story. And the main story in the manga and in the anime is about these like 4 characters, mostly 4 characters. The main character is Yuji, who is a high schooler, and he accidentally ends up swallowing the finger of a super powerful sorcerer, which now means he is stuck with curse energy. And then in this world, there are demons and there are sorcerers who fight the demons, and you use curse energy and like techniques to do so. So Yuji accidentally gets kind of accidentally gets like sucked into this world of sorcerers and curses, and he joins forces with some other students, Megumi, and eventually Nobara, and they become like the team who are under the tutelage of the most powerful sorcerer, actually, whose name is Gojo.
Yes.
And
my favorite.
He's a cool character.
Yes.
He's so cool. So that's kind of like what the general story is about. Some other information you should know before we go into the movie, because it will be important, is that like the way that people use like magic, so to speak, in this show is they use, like we said, curse energy.
Yes.
But you can make your curse energy, or you can make like your like spells or your techniques more powerful by putting limitations on them. So every character has some like special ways that they use that, of course, because that's what we love about anime and manga.
Yeah, talk a little bit more about the curse energy, because it's the powers that generate from negative emotions. So the curse energy basically is negative emotions.
So like anger and hatred count. Does it also count things like jealousy
Yes.
or regret?
Yes. So
Okay.
that is the base on the curse energy. It's all about negative emotions and how did they control the curse energy.
Yeah. How you use them
How you use them
to control your energy.
Yes.
So that's going in. Now, the characters that I mentioned before, almost none of them are in the movie. But this is about Gojo, their teacher,
Yes.
and the big bad of the series, who also used to be Gojo's best friend.
Ghetto.
And it's about another character, Yuta. Now, this movie takes place before the series. So, Megan.
I'm going to tell about the movie.
Yes. Okay, let's go.
I think people like the movie so much because the movie is talking about love.
Which is like the opposite.
Yes, but it talk about the negative part of the love. And so the movie's main character is Yuta. And he is a high school student who becomes haunted by the curse of his childhood friend, and it's the girl that called Rika. And
can I mention something here too?
Yeah.
I forgot. In this world also, curses turn into like a creature or like a big monster that only some people can see.
Yeah.
But so when someone like gets haunted by a curse, it also could just be being haunted by a big horrific monster.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, sorry, go on.
And Rika, she is the girl who tragically died in a car accident, and Yuta watched it
Oh my God.
in person. Like,
Yeah, he saw it happen.
he saw it happen, and he was very, very shocked. And Rika turned into a monster, just like Amanda said. And she was like super powerful and dangerous. And people want to find out why she is so powerful and dangerous. They want to know if her family is cursed or
Like,
something.
do they all have like some kind of curse energy?
Yes,
Does she
yes,
have
yes.
like a magic sorcerer bloodline we don't know about?
And so they want to find out what is going on. So Yuta goes into the high school to learn how to control his curse energy and how to fight against with other curses, and begins to
Like learn how to become like a sorcerer on his own.
and find a way to control the powerful curse energy from Rika. Because the energy, if you don't use it, it will lose control.
Yeah.
So you have to control it, or
It will like take
look.
on its own mind and become dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he ends up control the energy to fight Ghetto at the end. And that is the most you have to see part.
That's the part you gotta watch.
You gotta watch
Yeah.
the Ghetto with Yuta
Yuta.
fight. You have to watch it.
So can I ask this question then? So does Yuta then like control Rika's curse energy? Kind of like, does he use her energy to help him fight, or is it his feelings for Rika that like help him generate his own cursed energy?
You can see in the movie that when Yuta fight, every time is Rika will borrow his energy to Yuta, and at the half of the movie, Rika will help Yuta, but he is scared to use Rika's energy because he don't know how to control it.
Yeah.
So at the end, like, we will know why she is so dangerous is because Yuta cursed her.
Yuta cursed her
Yes,
on purpose or by accident?
accidentally, because he loved Rika so much, but he didn't know.
He was just talking.
Yes, he even don't know he is a sorcerer.
Yeah.
He find out at the last.
Oh no.
Yes. Rika doesn't have any curse energy.
Yeah.
It's just because Yuta is so powerful because of his old
Like his bloodline.
That
his-
blood, yes, his bloodline. So
Yeah.
that make Rika so powerful.
So it was all his power the whole time, but
Yes.
he accidentally made Rika powerful.
Yes,
because he
and-
accidentally cursed her.
And when after he go to school, he know how to control the energy, and Rika is like a very, very helpful curse.
Yeah.
Yes, for Yuta.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Rika does end up teaming up with
Yes.
Yuta.
Yes.
And it's like,
Last thing you have to know is why Yuta and Geto fight at the end. It's because Geto want to make a world that just only have sorcerers. No more people.
Yeah.
All sorcerers or curse. And he want Yuta to be in his team. But Yuta don't want to be evil. So at the end, they got the fight. Yes.
and also because like he was in love with Rika, who was totally normal.
Yes.
He only wants to have other things.
Geto want to have Rika because she is known as the queen of curses because she is too powerful. So that's why Geto want Yuta to join.
Okay. So to wrap it up real quick, Yuta and Rika fight Geto.
Yes.
Because he's still trying to get Rika. But luckily for them, they win. It's a really close match, but they do end up winning. And Geto dies. Yuta doesn't kill him, but Geto dies, which is important for the series.
Yes.
But for these two, the movie ends in a good place. And that's the movie. That's Jujutsu Kaisen 0.
I want to tell everybody interesting thing is I know love is you can be positive and negative. And why I love this movie so much is because I like the negative part of the love.
This is what I wanted to talk to you about. Is you said why you really love it. So you said like a big theme of this movie is love, but also like clearly like everything runs on negative energy. These guys are both super powerful, so they have some negativity in their relationship. So what makes this so meaningful to you? What appeals to you about this?
I think it's two sides of love that people have to know about this movie is because some people seeing after they see this movie, they will like, wow, their Yuta and Rika's love is like so pure and they are so powerful because they love each other so much, and that's why Rika turned into a powerful curse. But what I like is love had positive way and negative way, and the tattoo I got, the meaning I got it in Japanese on my arm, but
for these people who can see, Megan has a tattoo that runs like down her whole forearm.
Yes,
of like a quote.
Yes, like a quote, and I had the sentence in black. Yeah, but just only the curse, that word in Japanese, I got it in red. It's because I think I love this quote. Is the teacher Gojo, like he told Yuta in the hospital after a fight, is no curse is against as love. So that's why Rika is so powerful.
No curse is as strong as love.
It's twist as love.
As twisted as love.
Yes.
I got goosebumps. I just got goosebumps. Like
it's the word twist in Japanese that very, I think it's meaningful to me. It's because I don't think love for everybody is always positive. Yeah. And I got my tattoo at the year that my depression, it's
and anxiety is that
anxiety, and I got so many pills at that year. Not just because I broke up with a horrible ex, but it's because I got so stressful and I don't believe in love at that time. And I think why my relationship, when every time I love someone I was like so attached to them, but and don't love myself anymore when I love someone. But that is not right, because if you want to have a healthy relationship, you have to treat yourself well, then you can treat your partner well.
That's so good, because now, like when you were saying it, the reason I got goosebumps is because like that's what I was thinking of too, is when you think about like relationships or like many different ways, like love can be twisted in so many ways. Like, of course, yes, love is good and bad. But like you said, love, especially like romantic love, doesn't always come off as like a net positive experience. Like relationships can be like maybe good in the moment, but once you're out of it, you realize like it wasn't Because
it's because maybe nowadays people is very insecure in relationships.
Yeah.
So they will have questions like for themselves. They are not so confident with themselves. So they will treat other people with, I can't say it's bad way, but they
maybe not as good as they should.
Yes.
Right? Like it's a reflection of yourself.
Yes.
Well, I was just thinking too, like if we use these characters like Yuta and Rika, like what you're saying, you can also like accidentally treat somebody badly.
Yes.
Because that's what he did, right?
Yes,
Like that was
yes,
it.
yes.
He didn't even know that he had this power.
Yes.
But he accidentally literally turned her into a monster.
And the only thing he know is he really loved Rika. That's all he know.
Yeah.
He doesn't know this love will curse her. Yeah. So.
And she didn't do anything. Like,
yes,
to be clear, she just lived. She just like lived and died. She was a normal girl.
Yes,
out here doing her normal thing. Like she had no place in us.
Yes. So and then because of Yuta's love, she transformed into a creature and a curse. So this quote is my favorite quote for Jujutsu Kaisen, is because I think it means a lot. That even though you don't see Jujutsu Kaisen movie or series, anything, but if you hear this, the quote, I can say it again, is no curse is as twist as love.
Yeah.
I think it's a super
it's
powerful,
a meaningful phrase.
Yes.
So do you think, I think that kind of does answer the last question too. Normally I ask like, why do you think that other people should see this movie, or what meaning should other people find in this movie? But I feel like that's also kind of it too, right? Is like you can have a mostly positive relationship, but no relationship is ever going to be like 100%
positive.
Good. Yeah. There's always going to be like these negative sides, but also like there are the opposite of that. Like it might be something that feels really good in the moment, but once you step away, you can see that it actually wasn't very good for you at all.
Love can make you blind sometimes.
Yes.
You have to step away to watch how you deal with this relationship, or how you face the questions that maybe you're arguing with your partner.
Yeah.
Yes.
You need to like be able to step out of yourself.
Yes.
You need to be able to look at these things objectively. Like, how do I say this? It's also something that like someone else doesn't have to like purposefully manipulate you or twist you. You could also just become a different person like in a relationship because of what that means to you or who you are at that time. Like there's so many different ways that these really strong emotions can change how we understand ourselves and how we understand each other.
Yes. And I think that's the reason why I like this animation. But I think people have to see this. Go find Gojo's eyes. You will like, oh,
they're very
so
lovely.
beautiful. Yes, his eyes
So
is so
if
beautiful.
we were to recommend you watch Megan Says Season 2, watch the part about Gojo.
Part about Gojo show off his skills.
His powers, yeah.
Yes.
If you want to see a beautiful thing.
Yes.
So we are out of time, but there's one last question that I like to say, which is if you could give Jujutsu Kaisen 0 like a one-phrase subtitle, so like one sentence to say why it's meaningful, what would it be?
Just I mentioned that.
Yeah, you want to say it again? Yeah, say it again because that was it.
No curse is as twist as love.
Yeah. Because it's perfect. I was laughing when I said it because I was like, we've already said it. Like,
Yes,
we've already said it at
already
least 2
said it.
times. So, Megan, thank you so much for coming on the show. I had a lot of fun with this. We recommend go
watch the movie.
Go watch Jujutsu Kaisen. It is.
The manga is already over. So people, you can if you really want to know how the story goes, it sucks at the end. So
it's not a very popular end, but the show is really cool to watch. It is pretty violent, so like just know that going in, but it is a really fun, like the fight scenes are very cool.
And I watched the movie more than 5 times, so it's.
You could maybe start with the movie. If you can read about it. If you're not sure, start with the movie, dip your toes in. It'll give you a good tasting for like where we're at.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, everyone out there. This has been Tales of Our Time on Radio Taiwan International. I was your host, Amanda Stevens, with my guest, Megan. And I hope that you all enjoyed learning more about Jujutsu Kaisen 0. No curse is as twisted as love. A tale of our time. We'll see you next time.